Hi, I'm Ormo, but if you don't want to overcomplicate things, just call me Oka. That's what my friends call me anyways. Welcome to Writer Log 5. It has been a bit since the last one, about 2 months, I think. And as I think you can see from this table of contents, there's been a bit of changes, so I guess I should cover that up first. So when I last left the writer logs, I was at this point. I was writing the opening commentary for this, and so now that is like page 40. So I guess I should show the full on script page count. So this thing is nearly 300 pages now, and it probably will be 300 pages by the time I'm finished recording this. So, and out of all these table contents, all of this stuff I'm done with is all the way up to here. I'm writing the closing commentary for this, and I've already written stuff for these two, but they're not necessarily finished at all. So I'm around at this part, so the 120 page mark. So I'm gonna be going back in time a little bit because recently I found out that there were some stories that I left out on that clever. Yeah, there were some stories that I left out on in the script, so I found two that I wanted to cover. So this is Justin's Space Project, School Project. They're both school projects. And where is it? The Golden Song Book 1. I don't know if I feel like it, but I might do the opening commentary for these for just this writer log. So I think first off, let's just start off with this. Okay, so this school project was originally just a presentation. The school project was originally just a presentation. It was originally just a presentation, but it somewhat counts here. I'm covering, I'm reading presentations from 2023, so why not now? I'm reading my own presentations from 2023, like my own school presentations from 2023, so why not now? So why not this year? So why not this year? I should also put up the word count. That was something I didn't release. This thing is almost 167,000 words, so probably by the time I'm done with the script, it's gonna be over 200,000 words. So that'll be fun. Okay. The school project was originally just a presentation, but it somewhat counts here. I'm reading my own presentations from 2023, so why not include this year? Unlike the previous, I forgot that I forgot that for italics you have to do Command I instead of Control I. That's something I'm so used to. Adventures in Space. Unlike Justin's Adventure in Space, this school project was entirely fact-based. I don't know. I have no idea how that happened. It was entirely fact-based. Or was entirely based on facts. That we learned. Like that my class learned. During our science period. The school project was originally just a presentation, but it somewhat counts here. I'm reading my own presentations from 2023, so why not include this here as well? So why not include this here as well? Unlike Justin's Adventures in Space, the school project was entirely based on facts that my class learned during our science period. The presentation also included this assignment, this assignment, the presentation, the assignment that, the assignment that this presentation was made for was actually quite simple. We were just told to make a presentation, on, we were just told to make a presentation. The assignment, I don't like how repetitive this is. The school project was originally just a presentation, but it somewhat counts here. I'm reading my own presentations from 2023, so why not include this here as well? Unlike Justin's Adventure in Space, this project was entirely based on facts that my class learned during their science period. Yeah, I'm gonna remove school. The school word. The assignment that this presentation was made for was actually quite simple. We were just told to make a few slides on a few slides featuring the stuff we learned, in class, and include featuring and some pictures off of Google. Looking back at my selection, a lot of it is pretty dated. It is pretty dated. A lot of my pictures don't necessarily age well. Didn't necessarily. Looking back at my selection, a lot of my pictures didn't necessarily age well. Whatever. It doesn't matter, however. The school project was originally just a presentation, but it somewhat counts here. I'm running my own presentations from 2023, so why not include this here as well? Unlike Justin's Adventures in Space, this project was entirely based on facts that my class learned during our science period. The assignment that this presentation was made for was actually quite simple. We were just told to make a few slides featuring the stuff we learned in class, and some pictures off of Google. Looking back at my selection, a lot of my pictures a lot of my photos didn't necessarily age well. Yeah, let's replace it with photos so it doesn't seem as repetitive. It doesn't matter, however. I don't think there's any other context to give. If I had to assume, this was probably handed. This assignment was probably handed book was probably handed over near the end of the school year. Oh wait, I forgot to type 2. Okay, if I had to assign, this assignment is probably handed over near the end of the school year. So... okay. I'm trying to figure out a way to transition to the actual school project. That's all the information that's all the information I have. Let's read. That's good. How long is this? This is probably one of the shortest ones. 126. Yeah, but there isn't. Yeah, but to be fair, that wasn't too much to really talk about here. This school project was originally just a presentation, but it somewhat counts here. I'm reading my own presentations from 2023, so why not include this here as well? Unlike just in Adventures in Space, this project was entirely based on facts that my class learned during our science period. The assignment that this presentation was made for was actually quite simple. We were just told to make a few slides featuring the stuff we learned in class, and some pictures off of Google. Looking back at my selection, a lot of my photos didn't necessarily age well. It doesn't matter, however. If I had to assume, this assignment was probably handed over near the end of the school year. That's all the information I have. Let's read. Okay, that's good enough. And now we're on to the Golden Song, Book 1. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. The Golden Song, make this. This is my first this is my first ever time that I write. This was probably my first attempt. My first attempt at writing something in a script format. In a script format. Okay. In a script format. In my music class, we were told to make a story, to make a short script that would later be performed to the class. Whoops. Okay. I'm not too sure why this happened, or why this happened in the music class specifically. But that doesn't matter. But that's not the point of this. But that's unrelated. Okay, this was probably my first attempt at writing something in a script format. In my music class, we were told to make a short script that would later be performed to the class. I'm not too sure why this happened in the music class specifically, but that's unrelated. Okay. I think I treated this I think I treated this project a bit too seriously. I think I treated this project a bit too seriously. Thinking this would be my chance at writing what could possibly be, like, thinking this would be my chance at writing what could possibly be ranked as, like, one of the best stories ever told. Like, thinking that this would be my chance at writing what could potentially be ranked, like, potentially be ranked as one of the best stories ever told. Like, to my disadvantage, to my avail, to my disappointment, however, I cannot spell today. To my disappointment, however, I was told that my script was too long. That my script was starting to get too long. To my disappointment, however, I was told that my script was starting to get too long. And in that I was going to have to cut my story short. To my disappointment, however, I was told that my script was starting to get too long and that I was going to have to cut my story short. However, I was gonna have to cut my story short. Oh my god, I can't think of anything. This is probably my first attempt at writing something in a script format. I didn't want to let that stop me though. But I'll get there. But I'll talk more about that after. But I'll talk more about that after I finish reading. Which probably won't take long. Take too long. Without further ado, this is what could have been. This is what could have been my magnum opus for the time. I didn't want to let that. Oh my god. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. This was probably my first attempt at writing something in a script format. In my music class, we were told to make a short script that would later be performed to the class. I'm not too sure why this happened in the music class specifically, but that's unrelated. I think I treated this project a bit too seriously, thinking that this would be my chance at writing what could potentially be ranked as one of the best stories ever told. To my disappointment, however, I was told that my script was starting to get too long. And that I was gonna have to cut my story short. I didn't want to let that stop me though, but I'll talk more about that after I finish reading, which probably won't take too long. Without further ado, this is what could have been my magnum opus for the time. Okay. I think that's good. So, yeah. I think by the next time I do a writer log, it's gonna be around here, I think. So that would be page 124, probably. So, yeah, I'm gonna do all of the closing commentary unrecorded, so, it's probably not gonna spoil too much. But then again, yeah, I don't know. So I'm just not gonna record myself writing the closing commentary. So yeah, I think that's basically it. Yeah. See ya.